Hey, what's up? I hope everyone has a great day or had one. Today it's been raining on and off. The Microsoft situation, I was like, what happened? I didn't know it was global. I have a friend that I went to college with who stayed in Sydney, Australia. She told me it was bad. She couldn't even get groceries yesterday. She's 14 hours ahead because I'm on the East Coast. And she messaged me like 5 something in the morning, and she was like, I was like, hope you can get groceries. Then I get on Twitter and someone was like, well, this all happened after they fired the DEI department. And I was like, oh, I ain't mad then. First of all, I called before I went to my grocery store. I called to ask was their registers working because I got food in the house, but you know it's supposed to rain for the next 5 days. I didn't want to keep going in and out. And if they doing, if the, I mean, you know, it's get back. It's not nice, but the cancellation of affirmative action and DEI stuff is basically y'all trying to put us back in segregated times, right? So whoever did that mastermind, I'm not mad at you, to be honest with you. Another thing, I completely forgot that it was the WNBA's All-Star weekend, like, and their Friday. They have their main game on Saturday, which is different from the NBA because, you know, they have theirs on Sunday. So today they had the skills challenge, the 3-point challenge, 3v3, which I didn't know because, honestly, I probably would have watched that instead of this tonight and would have did a video for it tomorrow, caught this tomorrow. But it's just, I don't know. So tonight it started with Cody coming out. And it threw me, which I was excited about, because he didn't have on his suit. Like, I love when he dresses down. Like, when he comes out with the jogger pants and a shirt that's cut off. Like, I love that. But he has new gear. I think I got an email either yesterday or today saying that he has a new shirt that he's putting out. So he wore it, of course. And he looked great. I didn't realize how big his arms were. So I'm like, okay, and he's talking about how KO's his brother and he had spinal fusion surgery and was out for 18 months and he wasn't there tonight. And that's exactly what I thought last week. I was like, the way they put him through that table, my man might be out for a little bit. But then my also thought was like, don't call him your brother yet. You know what I'm saying? Because he was eyeing that title. So I feel like if he would have been there tonight, he might not would have competed. But at SummerSlam, if he's there, he's definitely coming for you after SummerSlam if he's up to it. I don't know. So then A-Town Down Under comes out, right? And hold on. They're talking about how because of Cody, the Bloodline is after them. And something's wrong with his cheek. Theory's cheek. So Waller's Cody's like, that's not from the Bloodline. That's from Waller needing you in the face last week. So Waller's like, you on this same situation too or whatever? And he just looked, and I was like, his cheeks look the same. Like, what is happening? Like, I'm not understanding. So then Cody's pissed, of course, and he tries to attack both of them. He talks to Nick about fighting them, being a handicap match. He was like, he can't do that because he's a champion and the board will have his head or whatever. And then he was like, you find a partner, you could had his match. As soon as he said that, I said, it's going to be KO. I tweeted it too. I said, it's going to be KO. I said, because KO was out last week. Randy's out this week. KO's probably back. So I was like, nobody else is going to come out to fight the Bloodline. I was like, Street Profits can, but then it will still be a handicap because it'll be a 3-on-2 match. So I don't know. I was like, well, ooh, my bad, y'all. So then they showed Terence Crawford there. I forgot he's from Nebraska. And when A-Town Down Under attacked Cody, he gave him the chair. And the dude on the left was laughing or whatever. And then they were showing that his fight was August 3rd. They were promoting it. But I was like, ain't that the same day as SummerSlam? So is it at the same time? Or is it at a different time when you could watch both? Or I miss the old TVs. Remember the TVs in the 2000s where the biggest feature was they were big. Like if you understand this reference, you're my people. Like the Hashitashi TV. But remember they were huge like that, and you could get picture in the picture, so you literally can go, if you couldn't remember, look at the manual, go on one channel, look at one thing, and it'll be in the corner at the bottom, and then look at the main screen thing. Like if I had a TV like that still, then if it's at the same time, you can watch both. But if not, you gotta flick back and forth, or watch like one on the laptop, one on the TV, like. Or if you choose to watch one of the over the other, probably watch the fight over SummerSlam, because Peacock, you can watch it up until for like what, 2 weeks. Because a lot of times I honestly forget when the start of a PLE starts, or the last 2 PLEs, and I have to watch it, and I be like, oh, like when they were in Europe, my brain went to, I'm gonna watch it later, because that's what I'm used to, watching at 8, not knowing that they started at 2. So, and they were done at 5. So 8 o'clock come, I'm like, now I get on Twitter, I'm like, how do people all know all this stuff? And duh, Brittany, like, that's how they know. Hold on. So, where is my, yeah, so I was like, it gotta be, what, you know? Hold on, I'm trying to get this spring mix spinach salad. I ain't had vegetables all day, and I'm craving salad. So then they have Andrade versus Carmelo. And I was like, Andrade about to kill Carmelo. Somebody had sent me a tweet back and was like, wrong. And then I looked at the match. I was like, I was wrong about him getting murdered. Like, you know, in the sense where it was going to be like more one-sided than the other. I was going based off of Money in the Bank. And I was like, Melo still lost. That was a good match. And thanks to him, my son went to, thanks to Melo, my son went to him. Necklace. He don't even wear his necklace. He got 2 necklaces in the past 2 years. He don't wear those. But look at Carmelo Hayes' necklace, like, I need that because I ain't him. I'm like, boy, like if you don't go ahead, okay? Like, I'm not about to buy you that. I said, you better ask your daddy, okay? Call him. I'm not buying it. Okay? I'm surprised. And then with him being a WWE Speed Champion, do the Speed Champions don't bring out their belts like how the regular champions do? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I think Cody is mainly the main one that brings his belt out on Raw, on Smackdown. Well, no, Logan brings his out. But like today, I don't think Bayley had hers on. I'll get to that. I don't know. So, that ain't even nothing in there. So, Nia and Bayley sit down and talk in opposite rooms. Both of them look phenomenal. Hair and makeup is on point, okay? Y'all know I love when Nia wears her natural hair, her natural curls. So, they come out, they say what they gotta say, and then Nia says something like she's going to put Bayley out of my misery. She said, I'm gonna put you out of my misery. And I was like, I thought it was, I'm gonna put you out of your misery. Well, I don't know. But I was like, maybe I heard wrong. I don't know. I was like, and then Bayley basically was like, you're basically a big bully. And I'm not the same chick I was 7 years ago. Like, you got to get this work, okay? So then Nia took the thing off and then, yeah, she took, I still ain't got enough. I don't think I got enough olive oil. I'm trying to do two things at once. I'm sorry, I'm hungry though. So she was like, so then the StormiEST duo comes into the picture. I should have known it was them because it got loud. You hear, because you know everybody loves Bianca, and Chelsea has become a fan favorite. All of them look great. And then Chelsea and Piper, I gotta get a name for them. I don't know. Because y'all know I call Bianca and Jade the StormiEST duo. StormiEST. Emphasis. You know, she's a storm, she's the EST. But so they both go in there and want to see Nick or whatever. They arguing. The StormiEST duo got some like blue lingerie themed look. And then Chelsea looks great in her blue like skirt or whatever. And then Bianca was like, all right, well, since you want to talk trash, we gonna fight. So they go out and they fight. Of course, you know, it's pre-recorded because as soon as it happened, she came out in her gear. And I was like, God dang, like what? They must have known that today was going to be jam-packed because they ain't even try to fake like it was going to be a later type situation. I guess because the whole situation with Cody and A-Town Down Under must have went over. And then the match, no, it wasn't even honestly them. It was the Andrade Carmelo match. I'm going to tell you something. Carmelo has gained or has a lot of resiliency because I mentioned that he lost. But he has a lot of resiliency. And my hair is a mess. And I give him props for that. Like, sometimes you forget because you've been watching people for so long. Like, why are they good and why are they on the main roster and stuff like that? But then when you watch certain matches, you be like, okay, I remember why. And tonight was one of those nights. Like, what I remember why. So, if they had a women's speed title, Bianca and Chelsea could have did that match on Wednesday. Like, that's how quick that match was. Okay? That match is quick. And then I was like, did she get the way Sam says her voice incorporated into her entrance? Because I was upstairs tending to my baby, my son, and I heard Chelsea Green. I was like, I could have sworn Alicia was there today. And then I come downstairs, and then she comes out and does the little thing. And I'm going to tell you something. That gear she had on today, I say, I don't know if that's the same gear she had in Saudi, and they just, like, revamped it, or if it's a different gear than the one she had in Saudi. But that gear and the Saudi gear have been my favorite of hers. Okay? I don't know who her gear maker is or the person that designed the gear, because sometimes it's not the same person. They ate that down. You hear me? That her look tonight, her look and her gear tonight was. And then someone was like, I don't think Chelsea has missed since she come back to the WWE. And I said, well, I think she did at the beginning. And that's probably not no fault to her, because you know creative be doing stuff sometimes that they try out on people and then they realize it don't work or whatever. But when she was doing that whole Karen this situation, I'm calling the manager, I hated it. Okay, I like it now where she's more so of like a preppy pin-up type, kind of like Tiff but different. So it's not like, oh, I'm telling the manager or whatever, because you know Nick ain't going for that. But I like it better now. Like at the beginning, I could not stand it. I could not stand it. It was giving entitlement. Whether it's a persona or not, I don't like people that act like they're entitled. That's why, like, Drew and them sometimes be getting on my nerves. Okay. Speaking of, remember last week when I said Cody looked like he was crucified, getting crucified on the cross? My son and I was watching the Mankind Edge match on YouTube yesterday. And I say Edge had that same tie-up that Cody had last Friday in 2006. I forgot about that. Cause I was like, and we also watched Undertaker and Mankind Hell in a Cell. Mankind's one of my favorites. And I know, like when I did like the MySpace 8, Mankind is up there for me. I'm saying he's not gonna be a Galaxy Con next week, but like the risks and stuff he took is nobody in the business in the past or in the present that's doing that right now. That's doing it, and very much at Vengeance Day when Dijak fought, what's homeboy name? I forgot who he fought, but that's very much what that match was giving me, especially with the tags and them army men. Like that was very much a Mankind type match. Okay. We of course also watched the New Day and Usos Hell in a Cell match. He wants to watch that like once every 6 months. He has to watch that. And then we watched like a couple matches, a debut of Kofi and what else? I forgot what else. It was we watched it like late last night. Yeah, because we was playing Uno and watching it. But yeah, like that could have been something else. So then oh, they was also talking about how Andrade had such a like the crowd had loved him in Mexico and stuff like that, and how Mexico was a phenomenal crowd. And I said, and this is why I want Mexico to have a PLE. Okay? Not just because it's our sister country, but I know the crowd gonna be live. And then if they do the chants, I'm gonna know some of them words. Like I know Spanish a little bit. So the only reason why I could catch on a couple French words, because if you learn one language, it is easier to learn the second one or third one technically. And I worked at a French business college school for a little bit. I had a contract job to work there while somebody was out on maternity leave, and majority of the students were from France. But then you had a couple from like Africa, Ivory Coast, and stuff like that. And you had some from Portugal and Brazil. But like even some of the main people that worked there were either born in France and ended up coming here for college and staying, or they married someone here and ended up staying. But a lot of them knew French, and so after a while it's just easy to pick up on. That's why a lot of people that are multicultural, they speak their language in the house, and they had their kids speak their language in the house, and then you can speak English outside, but in the house solamente español, because it's easier to catch on if you hear it all the time. Because when I worked as a manager in fast food, most of the crew were Hispanic during the daytime, and I picked up on it like that, and I took 4 years of Spanish, and I forgot it, but it was easy to pick back up on. So I can't I'm really hoping that we get a PLE in I was gonna say Spain, Lord, Mexico, Mexico soon. Okay, but excuse me. Then it was the whole LA Knight and Logan Paul situation, the contract signing. And I said, I hope Logan don't bring out his lawyer like he did before they had that match in Saudi with Cody. I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, just sign a contract. So I was like, I missed the vest that LA had came out in his black vest that says LA Knight on it. And I was like, I missed that vest. I haven't seen it in a while. Because he normally wears the yellow with the red. And I've told y'all many a time that what is this? That he gives me a nostalgia of Stone Cold mixed with The Rock, but he also gives me 90s action star like Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I've had videos of him at live events that I was at, and I put that in the caption, and he retweeted it or put it on his story on Instagram. It was like, thank you, because that's exactly what he gave me. Like that vest gives me that look, gives me like 90s, like double. What was the name of that movie? What, Double Team? Was it Double Team? With him, with Jean-Claude Van Damme and I think Dennis Rodman. But that's what it gave me. So now I gotta look it up because I was like, I know it's double something, but I don't know. I don't remember. That was a good movie though. Oh, the trailer's playing. Yeah, so it was Double Team. It was Double Team. So Logan had called LA Knight Larry the Lobster. I said, not from SpongeBob. Then he called him. He called him a hillbilly Aladdin, which he said numerous times. And he called him by his name. She's like, look, Sean. I said, ooh, not the government. Okay. And then he said he was basically a fake rock. And I was like, Logan, you was on Rhodes, so you said that. Okay. It's like, we heard that already when Roman said it. So LNA had basically said that. And he was like, basically, you talking about all these businesses and meetings and stuff like that. The difference between you and your brother is your brother basically got balls because he's going to fight Tyson, okay? One of the greatest to ever do it as a heavyweight. And you're scared to fight. You're scared to wrestle me, okay? So that's what made Logan sign that contract because he like, oh no, like you ain't about to try to sit here and come for me, okay? So the only thing about that though, that match, is I don't know how far along his fiance is. I hope she not due in the next couple weeks. Because, you know, babies come when they want to. And if that baby come, if she do soon, that baby decide to come SummerSlam, he ain't having that match. He gonna have to do something else. I know with the first child, a lot of the times the labor takes longer. So he probably could do the match if she was 9 months like today, and she could probably do the match or have to be like the first match and then hurry up and fly to where she's at. I don't know if they're having a baby in Puerto Rico. I don't know if they're having a baby in Ohio, where he's from and where the match will be. Like, I don't know. So, yeah, hopefully she's not that far along. Like, I know she's far along because I saw him, I think was it on my Snapchat? I think I saw him on my Snapchat. I think I'm one of the few people that still got Snapchat. I check it every once in a while just because it's certain, it's certain stuff that celebrities put on their Snapchat that they don't put on their Instagram. A lot of them do that, actually. I guess the Instagram is for the corporate people, and the Snapchat is for like the homies, like the fans, because they'll put certain stories up on Instagram, but on Snapchat, you'll get those stories that they put on Instagram plus other stories that they won't put on Instagram. So, yeah. So it made him sign a contract. Then he tried to get behind Logan and fight him or whatever. I meant LA and fight him. Excuse me. And then that backfired. So some lady beside him was like, you suck. And he had to forget what he said to her, and then it cut off, and I was like, wait, what? And somebody was like, LA Knight, not LA Knight, Logan Paul Cook. They was like, he's really gotten good with these promos, and I was sad. I think he was in my top 5. I said I think he was in my top 5 if I'm not mistaken, as far as promos go, because I know it's Miz, I know it's Woods for a fact, I know it's LA Knight, I know it's Montez Ford. I think Logan might have been the 5th one. I'm not sure. Okay, the 5th one, but I might have to take him out because well, I might have to take my. I got some honorable mentions, but one of the honorable mentions to talk said something tonight, and I was like, yeah, he might be in my top 5. Okay, so they're probably going to change throughout, every week or every couple of weeks, but everyone's getting better with promos and stuff like that. So, it's hard to keep the top 5 at the top 5. Some people are getting better in the ring. Some people don't need to get better in the ring, I would say. They probably have to adjust certain things because they're getting older, or they might have an injury or something like that. But, it is what it is. So, So then it was Tiff versus Michin. Both of them look great. And I was like, lingerie must be the theme today, because Tiff's gear was given like old, because of the lace, it was given like lingerie, but it was given like lingerie that you would probably wear under like a wedding dress or something like that. So they show her little thing about her being Miss Money in the Bank and all of that. And then the match was really good. And Nia was beside her ringside. So I was like, something shady about to go on. So then Bayley come out the cut. Bayley looks phenomenal. Okay. They call her BBL Bayley, but that thing been sitting. I don't know if she's doing more squats, because we already knew she had body. Okay. But as of lately, yeah. So then she threw Nia into the barricade, then took the briefcase and demolished the briefcase, and Tiff was so distracted she lost to Michin. So then she gave her the briefcase back, and then she tried to do that thing like Michin does. Someone was like, Michin's been on a rampage. I said, right, because after this, I don't know if she works every weekend like the rest of them, but I'm like, she gonna be back at NXT on Tuesday. So the only day she has off is Monday, maybe to go home for 1 day or 12 hours, and then Wednesday, but she gotta leave like Thursday night, Friday morning, depending on how far the location is. Like, if I have to be at WWE, I would say probably at the stadium, probably like at 3, and I'm flying from like here to DC or here to Orlando, and the flight is like 2 hours or hour and a half. I'm probably not leaving here. Like, my flight probably will take off at 12. I'm not leaving, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the day before if it's closed. I'm not doing that. I roll in straight from the airport. If I need to stop somewhere, I don't know if the lounges have like showers or whatever. I bring some shower shoes, take a shower, change, get into my Uber or whatever, or rent my car, and then go straight to the arena. Like, I'm not, because me leaving the night before, especially if where the location is closed, that takes away time for my child. Me and my child being together, like, I wouldn't do that, but I don't think she has any kids, and to each his own. Some people do, some people don't. I guess some people do also to just be safe, just in case like a flight or something gets delayed or something like that. But I'm very much like, when it comes to travel, and if it's basically anything, and I've learned that through my son. And if I've learned that before my son, but my son has really, helped me amplify it. So if if the plan A don't work, especially when it comes to travel with him, I have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G. So like, if I miss the first flight, I know I'll go on this flight, I can go on this flight, I can go this way, I can go this way. Like, I drive, hell. Especially if it's an hour and something flight. That means 9 times out of 10, it's 4 hours away. I'm getting a car, I'm driving. Like, I'm not, like, I'm not flying. Like, I don't mind flying, but if I had to pick between that or driving, especially short distances, I'm driving. I don't want to be in the air. Because in all honesty, if the flight is an hour, the distance driving is 4 hours away, and the flight is an hour long, it's going to take you 4 hours anyway, because you got to get there 2 hours early. Well, not I get there an hour early, but you got to get there 2 hours early. Then you got the flight or hour. Then you got to wait basically 30 minutes to an hour to get off of it, walk clear across the airport, get your bag, and get in the car, or go to the rental car place and get your car. Like, that's the whole 4 hours I could have been there driving. And I ain't got to worry about other people's germs. I can listen to music or whatever music I want as loud as I want. I can stop when I want to if I'm hungry or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. And it's cheaper on because I'm not spending as much because I'm using gas. I'm just saying. So when she messed up, I was kind of glad though that Bayley had threw Nia into the barricade because I wanted to see Alicia's look. Okay. Normally, like doing Raw on NXT or SmackDown, we could see what the announcers are wearing or what the hair looked like or something. And that's what I was like, okay. So we got to see. So I wasn't mad at it. But then as soon as they messed up her briefcase, I said she gonna come back with a bedazzled briefcase. And since she got that Barbie like head type situation, it's probably gonna be white, bedazzled, and then behind it gonna have like a Barbie looking type logo that's in pink. It's gonna say Tiffy Time, or it's probably gonna be pink with the Barbie looking head white, and then have Tiffy Time in white, and then it be bedazzled. Like that's what I think she's gonna get. I could be wrong, but So then Santos comes out with Elektra. And him and LA Knight do a promo. That's why I said I change my top 5 every week. Because Santos, that promo was great. Like, keep the promos with Santos coming. Okay? Because at first I didn't know how good he was. And then, of course, I tweet while I'm watching. So, in the past, like, 6 months, someone was like, Santos really be cooking with the promos. Like, y'all need to let him talk more. So, I was like, okay, I want to see this for myself. But it's true. Whoever said that, it lived up to, because I'm like, he ate the promo. Now, Elektra Lopez, she looked great though, but not as much. And her 2 cents in it wasn't really necessary or whatever, but she looked good doing it. And someone said that she looked favorite Gina Payne from Martin. Now I can't unsee it. Like that's all I see when I look at her. So I was like, ooh, so I'm thinking they're gonna have a match tonight. Forgetting that SmackDown was only 2 hours. Forgetting that it's 9 something. The last couple weeks of SmackDown have gone by fast as hell. Like, or maybe it's just me. Okay? So, and then yeah, so he was like, you sure you want to get injured basically before your match or whatever. So, okay, so they having a thing on Friday. Next Friday is what, the 26th? So I'm guessing everybody that's going to be on SmackDown is not going to be in Japan, or they got to go fly to Japan as soon as SmackDown is over with. When are they going to Japan? That's what I want to know. Because it shows like they going to Japan. And I think Jay has said something on her Twitter like, what should I wear as my gear to go to Japan? And I was like, Harajuku, something like that. Or something like Hello Kitty or something like that. Something that's big over there. But I'm like, so y'all flying from, I don't even know where they're going to be at next Friday, to Japan, and then y'all got to fly back to Cleveland. Like, I wouldn't even go home. If I had to go to Japan, then I had to go to Cleveland. I wouldn't even go home. I just fly my family out to Cleveland because there's no point in going home. And I say that because you go home, you can be jet lagged like hell. I might as well fly to Cleveland, get my hotel a couple of days early, give me a good days of sleep, okay? Try to readjust to the time. Well, if you travel a lot, I think your brain is technically on the time zone that you live in. This is for me traveling to the West Coast for 4 days. I didn't get acclimated to the time until the day we were leaving. Like my sister and I, because we're on the East Coast and that's Pacific, and we're on Eastern time and they're on Pacific time. We was going to bed hella early, or we would take a nap and then stay up to like 11, which would be like 2 o'clock our time, and then we'll get up at 5 a.m. automatic, which is 8 o'clock our time, because that's what our body is used to. It didn't get used to the fact that we were on the West Coast till like the last day, and I'm like, well, it's too late now. Hell, we about to go back home. So I wonder if that happens. Like, how are your internal clocks? Like the people that work at WWE. Like, what time do y'all sleep? Do y'all sleep at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day, or is it hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to go to sleep. Do you gotta take sleep pills, melatonin? Like, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's hell going through that. Like, I couldn't. My sleep schedule was off for 2 weeks, and I thought I was going to die. Like, one day, not like that in that sense, but one day I was mentally so tired that I sat on my couch and just stared and watched the TV till like 3 a.m. I could not, like, body couldn't move because I'm physically tired too. And my brain just shut down, but I was up. And I was like, what is happening? And thank God my son knows how to like make his own like waffles and stuff like that. When I tell you I crashed, because that was going on for like 2 weeks. I crashed. I woke up at like 10:30 in the morning. I haven't slept that late in forever. Not like, and then up until recently. And that's the only reason why my sleep is off now is because I'm trying to get readjusted since I've been out 3 weeks with COVID because my son had it, then I had it. And then the week after, I was just off and as a precaution. But I crashed, and then he had made him something to eat. So I'm like, okay, he's not gonna be hungry again until like 2. I went back to sleep and woke up at like 1 in the afternoon. And then thinking I would go to bed late because I woke up late, went to bed back at regular time, like 11 something. And I was like, dang, I was tired like that. Like, boy, lesson, and this happened to me numerous times. If you don't get enough sleep, your body will eventually let you know. Something will happen where, luckily that time it was just that I crashed and went to bed. Times before that, when I've been tired like that, my body shut down and got sick on me just so I can stay home and rest. No lie. It's happened to me twice. Because I was like, I be like automatic doing the mom thing, doing the adulting thing. Come home and I'm like, I'm so tired. Oh, I gotta come home and clean. I gotta come home and cook. I gotta help them with homework. I gotta take them to basketball, soccer practice. Like, I leave my house 7 days a week. I got technical rehearsal for church. I got production on church day. So like I was like, I'm so freaking tired. And then randomly, like the next week, I was sick. And I was like, and it was during like the spring or the summer. And I was sick for 2 weeks, but I got hella sleep. Like, when I tell you them 2 weeks, all I had was energy to get up, get my son ready, and drive him to school. And I had to pray to God to get back home. And his school was 5 minutes up the street. Pray to God to get back home because I was dozing driving home. And I couldn't even make it to my bed. I laid on the couch and crashed. Had to set my alarm because he took the bus in the afternoon to 3 something. This is when I lived in in Altamont Springs, Florida, which is outside of Orlando, for those that don't know. 7 years ago. Set my alarm to wake up, to go out there and go get him. And then when I went to go get him, he comes in. He gives me, hugs and stuff like that. I have him eat. And then he's so tired from school, he goes to sleep, takes a nap to like 5. And now we both sleep because I went back to sleep. Like that went on for like a week or two. Like, please get some rest, okay? I know that's for somebody. Make sure you get your rest, okay? And I know I told that story more than once. Okay? So next week it's going to be Michin and Bayley versus the princess, Daddy Spoiled Princess, and the Queen of the Ring. That's going to be a good match. That's going to be an interesting match. Because I love Michin's thing. I love her double thing. Like I've always said, she's one of the girls that's in the faction that wrestles with the faction. Because she wrestles with the faction on Tuesdays. Recently a lot against OTM. But then she'll have her own solo matches. It's not like Scarlett with Final Testament, or Zelina with LWO, or Elektra with Legado de Fantasma, or like B-Fab with the Pride. Like they might get involved if the other woman gets involved in the faction stuff, or if it's a mixed tag match. No, Michin said the hell with that. I'm doing both. So for her to be in Survivor Series, I think last year, was it last year or the year before last? It was the year before last. I wasn't surprised. It did not surprise me at all. I'm glad she's wearing her natural hair though. I did kind of like some of those blue wigs though. I'm glad she's not wearing them contacts. I don't like when the wrestlers wear contacts, like the colorful contacts. I don't like it. And it's not just her, because I hated it when Roman had his in too. I hated them contacts. I was like, why are you wearing those? Like, why? First of all, it's nothing wrong with brown eyes. Okay? A lot of people have beautiful brown eyes. And so then when he took, like, we'll watch old matches. Like, I think my son watched The Shield versus something the other day on YouTube. I forgot what it was. Was it a Royal Rumble match? Or something like that. And I was like, I hate them contacts. I hate them. And my mama made me get different colorful contacts because she wanted to make sure that I was wearing mine when I had contacts in high school and college. And I was pissed. And I was like, and I was trying to figure out now, thinking back on it, I wasn't even in the same city as her when I went to college. So how was she going to know if I wore them or not? But like, I love the natural look on her. I like 2 ponytails. I like her wearing it. And if she if she has different color contacts in her eyes, they not them bright gray and blue ones she wear. They something that seems more natural, like a hazel or a honey or something like that. Like, I ain't like them other ones. But I can't wait for that match next week. Can't wait for the Santos LA match. All the matches so far next week, I'm here for, because when they said they was gonna have a 6-man tag team gauntlet match, I almost lost my mind. I said, when they had that match like that, WrestleMania, for when they put the tag team matches up, that was one of the matches I was looking forward to. Okay, I can't wait. I hope it's the first match of the night, only because I know it's gonna take time. It's 6 men. Let them cook for as long as they need to cook. Okay. I also was kind of sad though, because I was like, I want to see Pretty Deadly or Street Profits on TV today. And I was like, I want to see if Pretty Deadly got their musical approved. Because they've been trying for 2 weeks. Yeah, I was like, but I guess we got comedic relief with A-Town Down Under. So, and LA Knight and Logan. I still in my mind think A-Town Down Under and Pretty Deadly and Logan will make a faction. I don't know what it would be called. I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. Deadly, A-Town. Smackdown under Mavericks, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'll work it out. But I don't know. I'm like, what? But I think they are hilarious. Like each thing needs like a situation, you know. Ooh, wait. So then when Cody was gonna come out, KO came out. And I told y'all it was gonna be KO. Okay? I had told y'all it was gonna be KO. So KO comes out, the cameras follow him, which I'm here for. Y'all know I love when the cameras follow him, and like Rhea. And Cody comes out. Which Cody, that jacket that he had on today is one of my favorites of his. I don't like, I like the white with the silver. I think he has a white one with like gold right here, but I like the silver. This Sandra and I forgot the men that designed them. They be doing their thing. Okay. KO came out because Solo had came out and was like, whoever teams up with Cody basically got beef with the Bloodline. So I was like, okay. I don't know who has like, who doesn't have really beef with the Bloodline. Well, but then I was like, no, the only people that really got beef with the Bloodline is Street Profits and them, for real. Because I'm like, Theory just got over here. They ain't been over here that long. You know, he was on Raw. And then I was like, LWO wasn't in that situation with them. They had issues with Judgment Day at one point. And I was like, Ray has had a match with Solo, but it wasn't like that, like Bloodline type beef situation that I can remember. I think it was when they had that exchange, like with the Bloodline, was like, if you take care of, who was it? Was it Drew McIntyre or something like that? And they like, we'll take care of Ray. The Solo beat Ray, but Finn and Damien couldn't beat. I want to say Kayla and Sammy. They couldn't beat them. So I think that's the only exchange that they had with that. Yeah, so y'all know my song. Solo got the best song to me in the business. I say it every week. So his song come out, I'm over here vibing. I said love him, hate him, indifferent. That's my jam. Okay. Hold on, wait. Before that, Grayson, you know, A Sound Down Under comes out. I laugh every time because Grayson, I don't know what the hell Grayson be saying. I'm like, why you be popping up your head between where Theory does this, right? And he pops up like right here, his head. And I'm like, why do you do that? Like, why? So I'm so over production now because y'all could put somebody got defeated by somebody. Graphics, okay? Y'all can show the graphics for SummerSlam. Y'all can do all these awesome videos for like Tiff and like LA Knight or Logan or whoever. But the only graphics y'all put up when someone comes out is Cody's. Why only his? Like, y'all know Bianca got a huge fan base. Y'all know a lot of the kids and grown women watch her. Like, and she has a great like graphics when they show the big lips and then they kiss and turn into butterflies. Like, that's like if Riddle was here not showing the different animals when he comes out. Like, why won't y'all do that? Like, I don't understand that. That's why when I was like, production, so y'all gonna show everybody else's, and they only showed Cody's twice at the beginning, and I was like, I'm so over it. Like, they lost points with me with that. They my son even be saying, he be like, production. I'm like, that's kind of jacked up. And that's probably why a lot of the stars might be moving to like the laser light look, because it's a clean look. Yeah, everyone can see it on TV and in person. But I'm like, we need to stick to something. Oh, and then they show Alba and Olive after Bianca had won. And it was like, we're gonna give you a taste of, but it's not gonna be for a title. So I'm like, y'all two gonna basically fight them in a match, but it's not gonna be a tag team match. Like what? I don't understand that. So KO, of course, is KO. Does what he does in the ring, and it's I think Corey said something, which Corey looked great in the blue today, and I was like, that's because KO is a freak of nature. Okay, like this man is, he remind me of the people in the movie when they get beat up, and he was like, that's all you got. Like that's exactly what he reminds me of. That's exactly what he reminds me of. So yeah, so I'm like, okay. Um, my hair, I need to take these out for real. Um, they want Theory did something like he went in between the ropes, flipped in between the ropes, and did something. I was like in shock but impressed. Cause I was like, how do you do that? Like he had to probably practice that for a while to learn how to do that. Cause I was like, I don't know anybody that could. So then, of course, A Town Down Under loss. Solo come out. Solo and them come out. So then KO tried to take out Tonga Loa's eye. And they was all getting beat up or whatever. And then here come my man Jacob, the Samoan werewolf. This ninja, I'm gonna say this nigga is a different beast, okay? And I already knew he was like that before he got signed. Like I watched matches with him. I watched interviews with him. I already know how he is. You know what I'm saying? But I love the fact that they didn't try to censor him or nothing like that, or make him degrade himself or downplay himself when he got to WWE. You know, a lot of times because WWE is more on the commercial end, I would say, of wrestling. And so it's sports entertainment. Of course, you get the sports and entertainment and independent scene, but it's more wrestling than the entertainment side. This one, WWE's like a mix of both. So when he was talking to the cameraman, was like, get yours out the way and all this other stuff, and you trying to take money off, stuff like that. Like they let him say that. But before that, sometime in the show, the screen went black. So I was like, is that just me in my TV? Because I asked that last time it happened. And then I looked at, what the hell is the name of that podcast? Sorry, y'all. I was looking at something, and they had mentioned it because they had mentioned it about the censors. What podcast is that? It's going to irk my nerves because it just showed up on my thing. Earlier today, and now it's not showing up at all. So, dang, what's the name of that podcast? Oh well, it's not meant for me to know. Yeah, on Busted Open Podcast, how they talk about the censors and stuff like that. How they talked about everything going blank because of the rating of the TV channel. So I was like, is it just me tonight? Because I know here where I am, it's been raining on and off since today's Friday. I want to say Tuesday. Raining on and off since last Thursday. Since yesterday was Thursday. Since Thursday. And then it rained last Thursday, and I think it's supposed to rain again it's supposed to rain all week. So I was like, is it my TV? But then it wasn't my TV. So I don't know what's going on with that. Like, if somebody say something or somebody accidentally hit the button that they weren't supposed to hit, and if they accidentally hit the button, that's the second or third time they did that in the past like month and a half. You might need to get somebody else to run the controls for that area. Okay? Because they either not paying attention, or they falling asleep, or they're new to it. And if they're new to it, I understand that. But they need to probably learn, train, have a journal, and stuff like that before the live show. So if they get there like 2, before you even go to catering or whatever, learn everything you're supposed to learn, practice, make sure while everything is working, when you do like a technical rehearsal, and remember where it's at, or put it on a piece of tape and put it in front of the control. Then take a break, go eat, and go to the bathroom. Then before the show, do it again, so you don't forget and you can remember. Then by the showtime, you should have it together. Like, it's not, especially if you got a degree in it, okay? If you picked it up as something because you're a fast learner and this is something that you like to do, like me, I don't have a degree in production. I picked it up. It was something I like to mix the logical side of my brain and the creative side of my brain, and this is one of the things that where the two meet and are in marriage. So I ended up picking this up on accident 3 years ago. Like, I just wanted to see, and then found out I loved it. But I have a business in human resource. I'm a degree in human resource. Like, I'm not. But if that was like if my degree was like general mass communications or video production or film and movies, or you know what I'm saying, radio production, you supposed to know all that, or you weren't paying attention in class. They even got YouTube videos. Like, look, do something with that, okay? Okay, just saying. But they put my man's Cody through a table. The thing went off. He coughing. Okay. I'm assuming Naomi or the Street Profits were in a dark match because I know they were probably there, but they didn't show them. So they was either probably in the match before or match after. And then you had KO in the chair and then had him. But you know how when they put him in the chair and then they back up or don't do it as hard so that it could look like it's injured, like how they did Sheamus because he was getting married and stuff like that. So I think they did Jay too because his son was graduating. But KO's looked like he got hit for real. So I don't know if they did that because so he can go back to Canada and spend time with his family or what. Because he already couldn't breathe when he got backed up on for what's the name? He jumped off the top rope. And then he got that chair in between. And I said, when is Jacob gonna get a solo match? Okay. My people, I want him to have matches, but the people I want him to have matches on different brands. Like, I want him to have a match with like Braun Breaker. I want him to have a match with Obafemi. I want him to have a match with Braun Strowman. Shoot, if we go to TNA, I want him to have a match with like Moose. Like, get you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind seeing him with a match with, even though he's had one on the independent circuit, I want him to have one on WWE's brand against Bronson Reed. Because they had a match in the independent circuit. Look it up. Okay. Bronson Reed was somebody's his name was different. Now I tell you, I was watching I've seen matches of Jacob, that's what I meant. But because when you go to different production companies or different companies, you have to change your name. You can't take your name with you with some of them. So I'm trying to figure out who the hell what was his name? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I keep having to put put this thing on pause, but y'all, I'm gonna try to figure it out. And then my battery on my remote is dying, so it's irking my nerves. So space. Yeah, it says Bronson Reed versus Jacob Fatu. His name was Jonah. I think that's his real name. He was supposed to wrestle Eddie Kingston here tonight. Yeah, it was at House of Glory Wrestling. It was a year ago. So it must have been before Bronson came back. But I wouldn't mind seeing that match at WWE. And where's Ivar? Oh, and then speaking of like which show had the best show this week, I would say this is my night shirt. I would say NXT still won this week. NXT still won. Okay. And then I'll probably say Smackdown this week, because even though the situation with like Drew and Mommy and stuff like that, and Jay being a fool, to me, I couldn't really get into it. My mind was elsewhere. So I'm gonna say SmackDown was second this week, and then what's the name was third. Raw was third. Also, when speaking of names, I know how. So my son was watching another thing. Oh, a match. It was Roman and Undertaker versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. So Drew has been having beef with Roman for a while. They used to call him the Scottish Psycho. Why are we not calling him that again? Because this heel turn of his, he crazy as hell. Okay, he not Shinsuke crazy. Where is he at? Is he injured? Because he done got brought to SmackDown. He ain't had a match yet. And honestly, I thought that was a bad call, to be honest with you. Just like how they had Pretty Deadly go to Raw and then they brought him back to SmackDown. They should take Shinsuke back to Raw. Okay. 2, when they put Alba Alia, brought them to SmackDown, I thought that was a bad call last year. They should have kept them on. They should put them on Raw. And then we keep forgetting, who was it that they said that they brought over from NXT and we've only seen her like twice? Dang, what is homegirl name? Kiana, is it Kiana James? Yeah. And they was like, people were upset because they were like, if you were going to, don't bring people over if you're not going to use them, which I concur. I fully concur with that. Because I think they brought Dijak to Raw and didn't have a fit for him and then released him, which he was great at NXT. Could have just kept him there. But I feel like if you don't have plans for the people that you bring up eventually, just keep them where they are. Like, it doesn't, I'd rather be, if WWE is my dream job, no matter where I am in the company, I'd rather be at NXT for 5 years until you figure out where am I going to fit in a story, versus you putting me being at NXT for 2 years and then coming up to Raw, and as soon as I get to Raw, SmackDown, y'all let me go because y'all have nothing for me. Like, that doesn't make sense. So I don't know, but yeah. I was gonna say something about the political situation with Hulk Hogan because it showed up on my Google. I'm gonna say this: everybody knows that he's been racist. That's not a shocking situation. So him endorsing this person is not shocking. Some of the words he says, like when he was like he can rule over us like he's a king or a dictator, was crazy. And then him saying certain stuff out loud, like he's not aware that he's like that. And word on the curb is Ric Flair's like that too. So I know if he's like that, all hell broke loose when Charlotte married Andrade. But this is my thing. Got a couple things with that. One, I know that people use celebrities when they're doing their candidacy for propaganda. They try to get people to vote or vote for them because somebody will be like, oh, well, Beyonce likes such and such. So I'm going to vote for him too, not looking up what the person stands for or whatever. I think that shouldn't be, I get it, but I don't think that should be part of anyone's candidate. I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. That's just me to be a general. I feel like everyone should go for who they vote for based off of what the person's policies and what they believe. Second of all, this is my thing with the Republican Party, and I am an independent party person. Like, I vote for who I feel like is the best fit for whatever based off of their views and stuff. And I know a lot of politicians lie because they'll say whatever to get into office and then totally change what they said. Or, go direct opposite of what they were saying. This is my thing. Out of all the Republicans that were running for office, y'all couldn't pick nobody else. So to me, that means either y'all racist as hell, okay, which is true, or none of y'all voted in the preliminaries, which is also true, because this is what happened in 2020. And then when Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders was talking about certain stuff at the pandemic, people were like, well, why aren't they in office? And then somebody had put on social media, was like, y'all didn't vote in the preliminaries. We don't just vote president, okay? You got to vote every 2 years for the, for the House? Yeah, I think for the House and for your local people, the mayors, the governors and stuff, you got to vote in preliminaries. The preliminaries allow people to narrow down, okay, who's going to be our main candidate. You can't, and then if you don't vote, you can't complain. You can't complain that this country's going to hell in a handbasket, or why is he in charge, or why is she in charge, and you ain't vote. Like, shut the hell up and just live your life until the next vote comes. Because I feel like you have no right now. If you voted and the person that you voted for didn't make office, you have every right to complain. Because at least you went out and did what you were supposed to do. But the people that don't do either, like, you just need to shut up. Like, what are we doing? Okay? But like, I'm real serious about that other person. Like, y'all couldn't pick nobody else. Nobody else. Okay? And it was some viable candidates. Like, y'all had to go back and pick. And y'all talk about how old Biden is. Trump gotta be like 2 to 4 years old. There has to be the 2 to 4 year difference between them in age. So he ain't that much younger. And it should be, honestly, a cap at the age you can be to run. Like, you got to be at least 35 to run for president and a U.S. born citizen. But the cutoff age should be like 70 at the oldest. Like, if you hit 70, you already in office, whether this your second term or not, you can't run no more. Like, they need to do something like that, because this is crazy. Like, I just want to be an expat so bad. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying, y'all, don't pay attention to the celebrities and stuff like that. Don't pay attention to what you think sound good. Just pay attention to what their policies are and not how they say stuff. Because a lot of people could say stuff real slick and smooth and it sound good, and it'd be a whole lot of nothing. Okay? Vote for people that align with what you believe in, and that's going to do right to help further the country. If you have kids or nieces and nephews or grandkids, you have to think about them in their future too. So if you have a candidate that's like cutting school education funding, you might not want to vote for them, because then that means when it's time for your kids or nieces and nephews to go to school, or if they're in school, the education gonna go downhill. You know what I'm saying? And then you talking about kids are our future, but it don't show that the kids are your future if that's not what you voting for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should vote for people that you want to see that's the best that's in them. And sadly for our country, we never vote for the person in the preliminaries that has sense. We always go, and it's for both sides, for a person most of the time, not all the time, the person that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no sense. Like, my sister says it all the time because she'll be like, now, y'all didn't want to vote for Bernie because y'all thought it was going to be a socialist economy, which could turn into a communist economy with a dictatorship. And that's basically what we're leaning to with if what's the name went office. But when the pandemic hit, he basically showed y'all, look, gave y'all that I told you so look, because basically everything that he talked about happened or could happen. So that means we have the funds to do it, just don't want to do it. So just please vote. Even if you don't like either one, like me, okay? Vote for somebody, okay? Like, dang. Please, please, okay? Because not voting is just as bad as voting. Not voting is a vote that could have determined a situation. Well, kind of not really, because they still got the stupid electoral college in place, which should have been done away with. Because if it was by popular vote, over the last 20 years, I think we would have had nothing but Democrats. I think, yeah, the past 20 years, we was going by popular vote. Because when they show the polls at the end of each election, they'll show the electoral vote count, then they'll show the popular vote count. And I was like, well, popular vote, like when Hillary ran against Trump last time, and she won the popular vote, but she won the electoral college vote. And I was like, what is the purpose of y'all having us vote if it don't even count too? Like, that's crazy. But anyways, let me not even get, because I can go on make a whole nother video about that. Y'all just make sure y'all vote for people, okay, that align with your views, not racist views. I'm talking about like political views as far as like military, education, businesses, infrastructure, stuff that's going to affect the country in general. States, all of that stuff. So, but I don't know why I thought tomorrow it was PLE. My brain was thinking about Money in the Bank, even though it happened. But I hope you guys have a great night and great weekend. I will see you all on Monday. Love you all. Bye.